Yes, hi, awesome people and gladiators, transformers, world changers, champions, people that have decided to take on a journey to actually impact other lives and to change the world for better. And while you're at it, you're actually changing yourself first. You're transforming yourself first before you can transform anyone. It's a beautiful journey to move, and I know that the results are going to be immense, and some of us are not even prepared for what is about to happen in our lives. If you've been on this journey with me, the mentorship journey, I know that it's been an awesome journey. It's been an awesome experience where you keep unveiling and finding new parts and knowing the new things that you really have to do. If you've not joined me yet, I don't know what you're waiting for, because this is your season. This is your season to find your purpose, to find yourself. So many of us are lost. So many of us don't know where we fall. We don't know where we stand. We even feel lost at the jobs where we are, in the relationships where we are, in families. Let me tell you, there's a huge, it's not a secret, because people keep throwing the word secret around so many times, but it's not a secret that if you find your purpose, there's a way everything else in your life just falls in place. Because if you know why you are here, you're going to choose your battles wisely. You're going to have a center of focus on very important things. You're going to prioritize your health. You're going to prioritize your work. You're going to prioritize your financial muscle. You're going to prioritize your mental well-being. You're going to prioritize, like, everything good is going to come at the forefront. Like, finding your purpose is a heavy sieve that lets every crap fall through, crying over heartbreaks, and not feeling enough, and fighting for attention in a relationship, and bringing up your children, but when you're not so sure about what you're doing. I know all of us feel like that sometimes. Or being at a job where you feel so tired from the time you start to the time you stop, like you're self-sabotaging in so many areas. Now find your purpose. That's going to be like a switch that puts on the light for you, and when the light fills up the room, believe me, there's a way it's going to be the new you. So many of you awesome people, the gladiators, the transformers, and the life changers, the world changers, and the champions have told me that, what, people keep asking me, who is this? Who are you? Where have you been? And that's an awesome experience, right? I know it's awesome. So today I want us to find ways to attract, or actually attract, yes, I think it will be attract clients into our lives. I know that you've started on this journey. You want to be an awesome person, but you cannot work without clients. Okay, I know you have built your muscle. I know you have built your confidence. I know that you have come down to the niche. You've known your purpose. You've learned about public speaking. You've learned about book writing. But how do you I'm just going to talk about very few of them, like 3 or 4 today, and I'm talking about this from personal experience and the things that I have done from the time I began to build my brand and where I am. And you know that with brand building, sometimes you hit that momentum, and when you hit that momentum, like, it starts to drive itself so fast. Okay, so I just pray for you that you hit that momentum and that your brand will just blossom and go around the world. Okay, so let's start with number 1. I want you to figure out what your target audience wants right now. Okay, because we talked about niching down, and we talked about you picking an area that really interests you. We talked about your avatar being the the person that is 10 years older than you, because that person, where you have gone through, what has gotten you here, and you can actually vividly help them to actually get to where you are now. Some avatars are not really people that are 10 years younger than us, but there are people in fields of business, there are people in fields of leadership, there are people in fields of different kinds of fields. So when we talked about niching down, we talked about picking something that you feel your heart runs to. There's so many of you that your heart runs towards helping, charity. Your heart runs towards women and children. Your heart runs towards, rescuing that endangered woman in that relationship, rescuing the relationship. One of us actually is really measuring on men and turning around men to create better homes. Now, so many of us have things that we have at heart. Now, when you come into the large market, okay, into the marketplace, then you get to find that there is an audience for you. It might be small for a moment. Maybe you don't have a huge following, but that audience actually means a lot, because when you find what your people need or the people in your target audience need, for example, what do women and children need? If you're focusing on women and children, or if you're focusing on women, what do they need more than anything? Do they need to build their confidence? Do they need to build streams of income? Do they need, as in this time, in this pandemic, in this era, in this year, okay, what exactly do they need right now that you can create an offer out of and be able to actually sell them that offer so they will be able to buy? Because the moment you realize that, the moment you niche down to something, you know, this coaching thing or mentoring thing is quite huge. You tell people, oh, I'm a self-love coach, you know, and personal confidence and stuff. But personal confidence, you'll be speaking over my head, because I don't know what personal confidence is. I don't know what self-esteem. I mean, we really throw these words around, but people don't know what they mean. So they will say, yes, I suffer from, I don't have self-confidence, I don't have self-esteem. But again, on the other side, they will not know what to do. They will be like lost, lost sheep. Okay, so you really need to niche down. And I realize here saying hi guys. Can you be able to come up? Okay, just say hi guys and go. Hi guys. Okay, that's enough. Okay, go to daddy. Okay. So it's really important. Find out what the people in your market really need. Be very specific, okay? Zero down to that particular thing that is explainable. Are you dealing with people that are coming out of narcissistic relationships? Are you dealing with people that are going through a breakup? Okay. Are you dealing with, parents that are dealing with disabled children, Mama? No, come. Okay. Ariella, come. Bye. Okay, and I'm not so stopping this video. I'm just going on with whatever Katemba Ariella I was bringing out. So I just want you to be very specific. Like if someone for example, for so many of you to sign up for this mentorship, this is what you said. You saw it on Facebook and you saw exactly what you wanted, whether it was public speaking or book writing or building a massive brand or becoming a global speaker with influence, or because there were majorly like 5 things that I was building around, because this is my personal journey, where I have come from to where I am, what have I done? And it came out of a simple question that my audience kept throwing at me: what you call Otia, how did you do it? And so I was like, okay, so my audience is actually asking, so be able to listen, okay, to be critical about people, what people are telling you, what your audience is telling you. Because when they asked me so many times, Ochikolotia, how did you get there? Even the clients that I would get, some of them would come because they have come for other issues, whether it's relationship issues, whether it's high performance, whether it's leadership, but most of them would end up saying, you know what, I really want to find myself. How did you do it? How did you start? And so I listened. I was so keen, and I was like, okay, so I am going to narrate my journey from where I started to where I am, how I wrote my books, how I've gone, on global speaking events, and how I have been able to cultivate and grow a massive following, how I've been able to make my money, and how I've been able to actually control my finances, because that is also an area, how I've been able to actually deal with my own marriage and my own, like, everything around me, okay, just to be vulnerable and tell you that this is not who I was, okay. There is a journey. There's so many years of input and effort that I have put into this to be where I am, and I know that what has gotten me to where I am will not get me to any other level. That means I have to engage another heavier gear. I have to be able to do something different in order to get something different. So we are growing together. So find that one thing and make sure that it is very elaborate. Whether you're dealing with children, make sure that you know what you are dealing with children, something you can explain with parents, that this is what I do with your children, okay? And then create an offer around that, a coaching offer, and make sure that you offer it. And when you create a coaching offer, we talked about the coaching packages, and I say that you can start with one-on-one. That is where I started. One-on-one, people would call me, I would invite them to office to come meet me, and some we even met at restaurants, at hotels, and one-on-one. And then you can grow into group coaching, because if you find that there are a number of people that need the same kind of service, then you can group them and coach them in a group coaching way. And we are in a better era where Facebook has created Facebook groups, where we have all these platforms like Wixi, Kajabi, and we have Teachable, we have we have all these, and they have membership, and they have, because you have to pay some money, yes, but we are in an era where you cannot fail. Okay, even when it demands that you do this online, you really can be able to do that, and that's one way of attracting your clients. So I want you to be able to look at that. And then and while we're at that, I want you to be able to streamline. Who are your dream clients? Okay, who are the people you're comfortable working with? Who are the people that when you are around them, your creative juices are flowing and your words are flowing, and you have questions that make them better, and you can be able to help them? Make sure that you stipulate that, because if you don't stipulate that, you cannot be everything to everyone. You can't be that. You're not going to satisfy the market. You're not going to satisfy everyone, and that is a temptation that I faced at some point. Thank God I had and until today, we even had a conversation today some of these conversations are quite eye-opening with Tim. We had gone to sign of a deal with a certain client, and he was telling me, you know what, sometimes it's just not about the money, it's just about the value. And I'm like, while he was saying that, I was like, thank you, God. You gave me a partner that can actually ground me, a partner that I can listen to, a partner that can actually be a lead in my life. Okay, because even when you can't know it all and you can't be everything, okay, you need some pillars to hold on, and you need strength, and you need to be grounded, and you need, so you can't just like I said, you cannot be everything to everyone. You want to deal with men, with the children, no matter is a why, because you're thinking, if I only niche down to women, then everyone else is going to run away from me. This is what I found out. The moment you learn to niche down and narrow down your target, then your market is going to widen, because the people that need that particular service will be able to find themselves through every sentence you write and every post you write, every video you post. Why? Because they can relate, okay? Because you have stipulated what you do in people's lives. And some of you have told you, when you're writing your profiles, what do you do? What transformation do you bring? Because I don't want you to tell me, I'm a self-confidence, I'm a coach, and I'm a life coach. What do you do in my life? Because I have known you're a life coach, but what do you do in my life? What transformation do you bring? Because that is what I want to look at. And I'm like, oh, okay, now if I want to go to the next level in my business, this is the person. She's a business strategist, or she's a brand strategist, and this is what I need in my life in order to go big, or to go to the next level. Okay, so let's do that. Okay, and then there's something I call actually cherry picking. I mentioned this some time back because I've done this a lot. When people keep writing and engaging with our posts, and with our engaging with our videos, with the content that you actually post, you have to make sure that you are very attentive, because out of the things that they are telling you, for example, these days there's so many people that have, when Tim posts some of the pictures, family pictures, and the videos and all that, and people are like, you know what, I feel like I'm cursed, I feel like I will never get the right person, I feel like. Now, when people say such things, they are communicating that this is a problem we have, can you solve it? So what you do, a wise person that has been well mentored, you go and get that feedback and create a coaching offer around it. Okay, because there's so many successful people that are looking to date, but they just don't know how to date. They don't know the basics of dating. Some of them have been out of the dating game for so long, so they don't know how to even re-enter the dating game. Some of them are single mothers and single fathers who are looking to get into the dating game, but they're just so fearful about everything that is happening around them. So when you create a coaching offer around that, then you are able to hit the market, you're able to hit the ground running, because by the time you put it up, then everyone is like, I need this. And then what they need. The next thing they will be saying, what do I need to get onto this course, or what do I need to get onto this program? And then you mention your price, and some of them maybe will be saved by the price, and you'll be like, no, I can't afford the 50,000, or I can't afford the 30,000, or I can't afford. And then you'll be like, no, it's okay. It's okay. Whenever you're ready, you can always come. Never be too hungry again for clients that you're willing to take in everything and everyone. Okay, just make sure that you have certain standards. Okay, and whenever you feel like doing pro bono, that is a very noble cause. I have done that so many times. I've told someone, when someone calls us, better, I don't have even a single coin, but I'm dying, and then in my spirit I feel like helping this person. I tell them, you know what, come this day. And when they come, I give them the time that I could have given a paid for person. I give them full attention, and I'm able to help them even without a single coin. That is very possible. But here we're talking about cherry picking, as in look at the people that come back, give you feedback on your content, and do not just say, but this guy, she's all, whenever I post, she's the first. She's communicating something. Make sure that you listen, okay? And I will say the last but not the least, I will say use your content as bait. And I've said this so many times, okay? But I want to say it again. Your content, the moment you know that your content is bait, bait, it's something to attract either the fish when people go fishing and they put something on the hook so that they can. I think people have used baits for even hens and all those things. So if it's a bait, that means you have to know what the fish want, so that you can bait it with that particular thing that it wants. So if you put it on, the fish comes to eat it and the hook goes into the fish, so you're able to get the fish. Now if you are writing random content or posting random content, then you're not concentrated enough or focused enough to be able to drive traffic to your business or to gain clients or to attract clients. But the moment you know that this is a bait, then you're going to make sure that you put a bait that your clients or that your audience actually wants or they can relate with, so that everyone can find themselves. There's so many times I have posted like a simple post, maybe about relationship, maybe about narcissists, and you post just one post and you get more than 20 clients out of that one post, because most of them will be like, I'm going through the same situation, I don't know how to go through it, I have tried, I have failed, please help me. And then I will be telling them that, you know what, this is what I do it one-on-one, and I have a group coaching for this narcissistic recovery. So let me know what you would prefer, whether it's a one-on-one because it's more expensive, or it's a group coaching setting. I can be able to have have you on, and we have a curriculum, we have things that we go through, the daily videos, the encouragement, the motivation, and even the one-on-one calls and even meetings, so we can evaluate as we go along. So you see, because I have created good content, so someone is able to actually come through and say, this is what I want, because they read that post and they saw themselves in it. And sometimes it's because you take time to think about the people, to think about their pain, to think about what they go through, and to think about how best you can actually help them. So you see, getting clients is not a hard thing. You don't have to go to the road and say, please come here and sing. No, you don't have to go to everyone and tell them, can you be my client? No, just do what you have to do. Like the content, I've said so many times, content. Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, as in the world has given you, this era has given you platforms, free platforms. Back then it was just you appearing on TV or on radio, and that's how the only way people would know you. But right now we have free platforms, and you can use them at any time. You can go live, you can do anything, okay, with it. So utilize them and make sure that you create content that can actually attract clients to you. So if you've been following, we have talked about figuring out what your clients or what your target audience is right now. And I've told you, while at that, make sure that you really niche down and make sure that you know what your dream clients are. And then the cherry picking, make sure that you know the people that engage with your content and make sure that you acknowledge them. There's so many people that have been tagging me on different posts. These posts that some of the bloggers will put up and will be like, please appreciate the celebrities that respond to your comments. And I found myself so many times being tagged onto them. And when someone tags me, or there's a recent one, some blogger, I think this was a South African blogger, and he was like, who of your celebrities would you like to meet and why? And I got like, this is a South African blog. I even didn't know about them, but I found my name there, like repeated like more than 12 times. And so these people were saying, you know what? She replies to our comments like Teye Wulida. She does not feel like she's so high. I mean, she comes down to our level and listens to us. And I was like, okay, so people actually notice these things. And actually, one of them was saying, oh, I would love to meet you. And then I went and responded on that blogger's comment and said, we can arrange that. And I put down my number. I was like, contact me. We can arrange a meeting. And I was like, okay, so this is serious. Actually, she even responds if she's tagged on another post. So be very attentive and be very keen. I would have said, oh, I have a huge following, and now I don't know who posts, who comments, and who likes and who tags me. No, you can never be too big a brand for people. If you are here for people, you are here for people, and the only way to help them is by being at their level and understanding their problems and creating solutions that can suit their problems. And boom, you have the money, you will have the fame, but the fame is not the thing that you're really looking for. The money is not the thing that you're looking for. The satisfaction for your higher calling, for the purpose that you have, that is what makes you go to bed with a smile on your face, that one soul was turned around, one person was helped, and that you were the person that actually helped them. Okay, so I love you. Go and attract those clients, make the money, and fulfill your purpose.